Jimmie?
Doing good.
Got a nice little crowd out here, huh?
Great. Thank you all for coming out and making some noise.
First and foremost, how you doing today? It's a great day in Texas, great day to go racing, huh?
It is a great day to go racing. Very excited about our chances. We've had a great car since we've been here. This race last year was good for us, so we're pumped. We're ready to go.
And definitely had a good run Friday afternoon, starting 7th this afternoon. What's it going to take to stay up front here at Texas Motor Speedway in that Lowe's machine?
Track position is going to be important, but there's a lot of fall off with the tire here. The cars are going to be tough to drive, and I think that type of racetrack really suits myself and what the 48 team's about. So we'll get out there and race from the white line to the wall and have some fun doing it.
Obviously, coming down through the last 3 races in the midst of a points championship, out in the lead. What's it going to take these last 3 races, other than keeping clean, staying out of trouble, to go ahead and clinch that 3rd in a row? Because I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Well, we just have to keep doing what we've been doing. I think last week we showed that we're still focused on trying to get maximum points, right? And that's what has put us in this position. And just like any sport, that's why you play the game. You have to go out and get it done. And we still have 3 races left. A lot can happen, and we need to race every race like we have all year, and just do our jobs. Really go out and execute.
And always, as a driver, you want to look forward. But if you don't mind for a second, I want to look back last week at Atlanta. An incredible day for you there in Atlanta to come back to finish where you did. Why don't you recap that for us? Run us through your day in Atlanta there.
Well, first I screwed up and was speeding on pit road, so that was my bad. Just couldn't get the car stopped in time, and I knew I was going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And sure enough, they said I was in trouble. And then once we got back on the lead lap, it's just tough to pass cars at that track.
Yeah.
We got back on the lead lap and slowly worked our way up there, and Chad made the gutsy call to come in and get tires. And then I had my chance to get back what I gave up at the start, and just drove the crap out of it. I just did all that I could to get to the front.
Now, I know you got a lot in your mind going into the day, then Phoenix, then Homestead, but we've had several different drivers out here, and a lot of fans want to know not just the racing side of it, but we're going into a 2-month off season. Any big plans for you and the missus to get away, take a vacation, get away from the sport a little bit?
Yeah, well, we're hopeful. We have to be in New York a lot.
I would love to see you in New York
as well. Have a lot of work to do up there. That's the first goal. I think we're looking at something with the beach over Thanksgiving night. I just love going to the beach and having fun, and turkey's great, but I'd rather have fish tacos somewhere. So
I hear you.
That's my goal over Thanksgiving, and then after that, my wife and I love traveling, and we have a huge trip planned. We're going to go over to Southeast Asia and just see what's out there. I have no clue what to expect. My wife has planned it. Hopefully I come back. No clue. I don't even know what to expect over there. But I'm excited for it and should have fun.
Now, you're talking about going to New York, obviously excited to go up there. Always a good time for championship week. We had Jeff Gordon out here the other day, and I was joking with him a little bit because he's been on Regis and Kelly quite a bit hosting when Regis is gone. When are you going to knock him out of there and get in there and take his place and host with Kelly?
It might sound odd, but public speaking, this isn't bad. This isn't public speaking in my mind, but to host something, to carry a show, any of that stuff, I have no business doing it. I am terrible. My rookie year in Cup, I went to thank an awful lot of people on the stage in New York, and instead I got my tongue tied and thanked all the awful people. And the whole place started laughing at me, and I'm like, okay, no more teleprompter, focus on just doing an interview kind of. So Jeff can have that stuff. He's really good at it.
Second nature to him.
Yeah, he's really good at it. That's just not my deal. And Dancing with the Stars, not my deal.
That was my next question. I know the ladies out here were wondering if you were going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I have no business being on that show. No business.
So the feet don't coordinate as well in the dance as they do with the clutch and the brake and the gas pedal.
That's not my deal. You might see Gordon on it, but not me.
I don't think we'll see him out there either. And I know Junior was just here. I don't think he wants to get on there either. He's more of a sit at the bar there at Whiskey River instead of getting out there.
Yeah, something with drinking beer in the bar and all that. Junior would be spot on for that one. I can't get around for his money in there, though.
Now, moving forward into 09, all these guys have talked about possibly going on a vacation, but then they changed gears real quick, talk about testing. Got your testing lined up for January, moving into February for Daytona?
We're still waiting on this testing policy that NASCAR is supposed to hand down, so we're all just kind of hanging, wondering where and when and what the deal's going to be. But on top of that, I'm racing in the Rolex 24 once again, so there's testing that goes along with that. I still have to test that car at least once this year before we hit the off season, and we have testing at the start of the year plus the race. It's going to be busy, and then Nick Lachey and I have the Super Skins golf tournament that we put on during the Super Bowl, so I'll go to the Super Bowl and put that event on again as well.
Well, talking Super Bowl, who's your team?
I don't really have a team. I don't. I enjoy watching sports. I grew up in San Diego, I mean, they show some life, and then they kind of peter out. I spent some time in Wisconsin, so I enjoy watching the Packers, and it's been interesting to see what they've been up to this year. And then I have friends that play on a variety of different teams, so I kind of watch those guys and see who's doing what.
Right. Well, we've been talking all weekend about different hobbies away from the racetrack. You know, your good friend Casey Mears was out here. He's talking about going to race some buggies in the sand and stuff like that. What do you get into like that? What do you like to do away from the racetrack, motorsports-wise and non-motorsports-wise?
Yeah, I've spent some time with Casey in the sand buggies, and I can't believe what those vehicles can do today. I grew up in Southern California and spent a lot of time in the dunes riding. I love being on the lake, spending time on the lake, snowboarding. I haven't paddled out in a long time, but I grew up surfing and really enjoy that. But lately, everybody thinks golf is safe, and it typically is, but I've proved that you can break your wrist playing golf or riding on the top of the golf cart, whatever you want to call it. So golf has been fun. It's good for me on Monday just to go out and get away and see some friends, and I'm not any good at it. I absolutely suck, but
it's fairly safe for me, but the guy that has the house on the side of the hole, not too safe for him in his window. So, but backtracking a little bit, I meant to ask, talking about the Rolex 24, how fun is that to get away from what you do on a weekly basis in the NASCAR circuit to go run that Rolex 24?
I love challenging myself, and those cars are so different than what we have in a Cup car. Just to be in that position of learning a lot again is fun. I think running those cars have helped me in braking zones on a variety of tracks. I'd say Martinsville is a big plus for me. My road course record still doesn't show what it needs to in the Cup car, but I think it's helped me in the Cup car on the road courses. And then be down there. I mean, every driver from around the world running in that event, and it's really cool to meet these guys that I've heard so much about and watch on TV and be out there racing with them. The hard part is you don't know who's in the car.
Right.
That's the one thing I wish I could do a little better job with. That when you're out there, I knew that whoever it was in front of me, I could leave a tire mark and say that I left a tire mark on somebody.